Cleveland, welcome to another episode of Good News in Sports Team Edition. I'm one of your co-hosts, Meredith Painter, and I'm glad to be back with you this week. It's hard to believe that it's already September. Where did the summer go? But no need to worry. Fall in the Land boasts some of the best parks and with the best views for your fall foliage fix. Which is perfect because this week's guest is no stranger when it comes to hiking many of Ohio's trails. Matt Sajna is the operations manager for Greater Cleveland Sports Commission. Matt began his career at the Sports Commission as an intern and is now responsible for the planning and execution for each of our hosted events, in addition to overseeing the organization's internship program. He is a graduate of Miami University, where he was a member of the Red Hawk baseball program. After college, Matt spent 2 seasons with the former Akron Arrows, now named Rubber Ducks, AA affiliate of the Cleveland Indians, serving as the team's bullpen catcher. Matt currently resides in Cleveland and is an avid music and sports baseball fan and enjoys spending time outdoors in the Cleveland Metroparks and staying active in the community. So Matt, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey Mare, it's great to be here.
Great, well, it's so good to see you. If you're cool, we're going to jump right in with questions.
Sure, let's do it.
Baseball has always been a major passion of yours. What was your favorite part about playing in college? And then for the former Akron Arrows, now turned Rubber Ducks.
It was a dream of mine since I was a little kid, growing up watching the 90s Indians and the great teams they had. So being able to just spend every day on a baseball field in college and after that and live out my dream was just incredible. It took a lot of hard work and perseverance and a lot of sacrifice to get to those points in my career. But I definitely didn't take anything for granted. Very fortunate that first season with Akron, we had a great team and had a great run, and we actually won the Eastern League Championship too. So that was super fun. I brought the championship ring here to share today. So had a great team, a lot of great guys on there, and the champagne celebration at the end was just as fun as you can imagine it is.
You've been with the Sports Commission since your intern days. With all those events, I'm sure that it's hard to choose just one, but of course I'm going to ask you anyway. What is your most memorable sporting event that we've hosted?
The National Senior Games. That event is really how I got my start with the organization. And it was at the time the biggest event that the city had hosted, and I think has been a catalyst for many events after the fact. We had an awesome team of coworkers that all worked on that event too. We had a blast for 18 months of planning that and became really, really close and lifetime friends that I made through that experience, and had some great mentors, supervisors that taught me and helped me propel my career too. And it was inspiring to see the athletes compete too, the senior athletes there.
So anybody who knows you wouldn't question your passion for sports and concerts. Can you share with our viewers your robust collection of ticket stubs that you've put together?
I guess I'm not really much a fan of digital tickets these days. So if anyone from the sports teams are listening, you should go back to print tickets. So this is just a thing that I made here of baseball tickets, mostly Indians games, other baseball games that I've been to at different stadiums. They all have significant meaning to me, so I pretty much can tell you what every game was. I've got Game 7 of the 2016 World Series here, Game 3 of the 2016 ALDS at Fenway Park. We've got my first opening day here, which was 93 at the old Municipal Stadium. So yeah, so a fun collection there of baseball games. And then I also have my Browns tickets here. So just all Browns games that I've been to. Sadly, recently, some of the more fun games I've been to, like the Jets game in 2018, they were all digital tickets, but you can see this is my first Browns game here at the new stadium in 99. Monday Night Football game in 2003, Monday Night Football game on my birthday when the Browns beat the Giants. So just a fun collection, and it's great to be able to look back and see all those games and remember the memories that were made at them too.
Cleveland is known as the rock and roll capital of the world, and we know that you're an avid music fan. So if I had to guess, I'm assuming that Springsteen makes the top of this list, but who are your top 3 favorite musical artists of all time?
You know me well, that Bruce Springsteen. I brought a couple of my favorite albums here. So my number one top is Bruce Springsteen. So this is my favorite, Darkness on the Edge of Town. Been a big Bruce Springsteen fan, seen him live about 15 times. So my second favorites group of all time is the Beatles. This is Rubber Soul, my favorite Beatles album. I think they're just the quintessential rock and roll band, and they span so many different genres of music. And you can always find a Beatles song that matches the mood that you're into. My third favorite group of all time is Led Zeppelin. This is Led Zeppelin 3. It actually is 50 years old this year. Same with the Beatles. Led Zeppelin just spans so many different genres, and you can always find a Led Zeppelin song that fits the mood that you're in.
You run our internship program, and quite honestly, you do an incredible job with it. Since you're in the business of coaching the next generation of sports business professionals, if you could go back and give advice to your younger self, what would you say?
I would say not to be afraid to ask for help. I'm willing to help others, whether they're our current interns or anyone looking for career advice. And I've seen that so many others that are in the same position that I am in, or just in this industry, have the same feelings.
How much peanut butter do you eat in a week?
Wow. I usually have 2 jars of peanut butter in my cabinet, 1 crunchy, 1 creamy, at least a jar or a jar and a half of peanut butter per week too.
That's amazing. Thank you for being a good sport and answering that.
Absolutely. I love peanut butter.
Well, Matt, thank you so much. You've been an incredible guest, and we really appreciate you taking the time today. Cleveland, that's a wrap on this week's episode of Good News in Sports Team Edition. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy.
This is 07 ALCS. This is 98 ALCS. This was opening day that went to like 15 innings. This was opening day in 2002, and I remember that game because my mom gave my dad and I blankets and said it was going to be cold, and we told her no, and it was really, really cold. This is Detroit, Justin Verlander. I don't really like him, but I like the ticket stub. This was Monday Night Football, my birthday, when the Browns smacked the Giants, so that was awesome. And this was my first Browns game ever, actually. This was 99 at the new stadium, so I was too young and my dad didn't want to take me to a game at Municipal Stadium, which I don't blame him at all for that. If you're listening, Cleveland Browns ticket or Indians ticket departments, you should bring commemorative tickets back for the fans because they're awesome.